So the Packers have been without Romeo Doubs for the past couple games because of the concussion he suffered a few weeks back. And the Packers still have found a lot of success offensively. It's not like they've, struggled to move the ball. I do think they've started a little slower than you would have hoped, especially this past game against the Detroit Lions. But I do think that Romeo Doubs has a skill set that is something that has been lacking, and it's an aspect of the Packers offense that is missing when Romeo Doubs is not playing. And I still think the Packers, have enough depth at receiver where when Doubs has been out, as I said, they've still been able to move the ball consistently. But I think one thing that Romeo Doubs is really, really good at, and one area where Jordan Love really trusts him, is on some of those, key third down situations. I think that Romeo Doubs is someone that Jordan Love really feels like he can rely on. And I was taking a look at some stats here from PFF, and when you look at the Packers receivers and, who converts the most amount of first downs, it has consistently been Romeo Doubs if you look at the overall first down stats, and that's even with Doubs, missing a few different games with this concussion. He's played 10 games. Jaden Reed has played 13. Christian Watson has played 12. And so even with that being the case, even missing 3 games, Romeo Doubs still has the most first down conversions for the Packers with 25. Jaden Reed is slightly behind him at 24. Christian Watson slightly behind him at 19, then Wicks at 17. So I do feel like, with Doubs out, it has been Wicks who's gotten some of those first down conversions. But without Romeo Doubs, I do think you lose a little bit of another weapon that I think is very productive when it comes to converting third downs. I think it was even the game where he got injured right before his concussion. There was one drive where he had like 3 first down conversions. I'm pretty sure it was the same game. And so I think the Packers do miss Romeo Doubs when he's not out there. They're able to, supplement it a little bit, but still, I think getting him back will be a big add here for the Packers. And one of the biggest areas where Doubs has been very successful has been in the intermediate area on plays 10 to 19 yards. And this is looking at some data from PFF. So he has the most first downs, as I already said, overall, but also on the intermediate routes here, 10 to 19 yards. He has 11 first downs on those plays. Christian Watson has 9, and Jaden Reed has 4. And so that's with, 2 or 3 games less than Watson and Reed. And so, when you have a guy like Doubs who can, win on some of those intermediate routes and get open for Jordan Love, when he's not playing, you are missing, that aspect of his game. I do think Wicks can do some similar things to Doubs and get open in those scenarios, but he has struggled with drops a little bit this year. He looked good the past, week or so. But that's definitely an area where the Packers have missed Doubs. And I would assume that he'll probably be back this week just based off of the fact that he's already missed 2 games. I would assume he'll be back, but we'll have to keep an eye on it later this week. But I think that when you look at the Packers and you look at, how good this offense is, the biggest problem has been their inability to get started a little quicker in some of these games where they've lost. Like against the Lions, the first half, they only score 7 points. If they would have put up, 14 in the first half, it could have been a much different scenario. And so hopefully getting Doubs back will add some aspect there, to the Packers game. And you look at the Packers' third down conversion last game, 1 for 5 against the Lions. I do think having Doubs there could have helped a little bit. But, so a few different things for the Packers offensively to clean up. But that's pretty much my thoughts here. If you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time.